Hi, everybody, and welcome to an update on my weight loss journey. Um, to start with, there's something I should explain. Um, I cannot use the stand up scale that they have here because it is too old and rickety, and I do not feel safe standing on it. So the only scale that they have that I feel safe in is what's called the Hoyer lift. The Hoyer lift is used to lift a person in the air to either weigh him or her, or transfer that person to someplace else, like perhaps a bath table, so to give them a shower or bath or whatever, and then or perhaps to lower them in a wheelchair. Now, the the way the Hoyer lift works is that um, a sling is placed under me while I'm laying in bed. And first I'll turn on the one side, they'll shove the sling under me, and then I turn the other way in the other direction, and they'll pull the sling out the other way so that the sling is completely and totally under me. Then there are hooks or little loops, and the loops connect onto claws on the arms of the Hoyer lift, almost like a hook. I think that's a better word, as a hook rather than a claw. Okay, so the loop, depending upon the weight of the person, the one that I usually use, or they use on me, I should say, usually has colors. Like they'll say, okay, we'll match red to red or blue to blue. That would secure the upper part of my body, the lower half of my body, and so forth. Now, when they weighed me at five, excuse me, 591.8, they used the one that I'm most comfortable in. I position well in the sling, even balance. My head is hanging out, my feet are dangling on the other side. But it's comfortable. It's comfortable, and they raise me up, and then once I'm completely off the bed, then they'll tap on the scale, and the scale will weigh me in kilograms, and then they convert that to pounds. Now, the Hoyer lift that is used on me has a maximum weight capacity lift of 704 pounds. Obviously, I'm a lot, not that big and not that heavy, but that is the maximum, because the next one that goes under, I think it only goes up to 350 or something. I'm not 100% sure. But the one that is used on me goes up to 704 pounds, so I never have to worry about and saying, okay, the scale, you weigh too much for the scale. The scale computer cannot read it. Okay, so I'm able to read it now. The last time I got weighed, where I showed where I was like 530 something. Okay, I really didn't pay attention to the sling that was used. I think I was half awake, because the best time to get weighed is in the morning, right after you wake up and right before you eat, and that's the best time to weigh yourself. But at that time, I was not 100% awake, and I really wasn't aware that they were using a smaller sling. And all I remember from that weighing was that it didn't feel the same. It didn't feel right. I felt uncomfortable. I felt twisted in a pretzel. But like I said, I was half asleep, so I was not really, coherent on that. But I felt something was wrong, and I guess the enormous weight loss was so exciting that I just accepted it without, even saying, okay, maybe. Actually, what I was thinking? I was thinking that maybe I lost so much weight. I'm in the 500s now, that maybe I won't feel the same up in the air. I won't feel the same in that sling, and I would be positioned differently because there was less bulk. Okay, that's part of what I was thinking. So I didn't really think about it, thinking, okay, great, I'm 534 and very close to getting out of the 500s and getting into the 400s. So, obviously I'm probably going to, lay differently than what I'd been used to from 700 to 600 within that 100-pound range that I'd been so used to for the past few years. So that was the thought. And I didn't realize that the sling was too small until I was arguing with one of the CNAs. And I said to him, they weighed me. They put the sling in the drawer. It's right there. You could see for yourself. It's right there. So he opened up the drawer and pulled out the sling. And he looked at me and he says, they weighed you in this? He said, this is way too small for you. This is way too small. I can't believe they weighed you in this. This is way too small. And I thought, maybe that's why it felt so different. And maybe I didn't lose as much weight, because if my weight was distributed unevenly, then it would produce a very inaccurate weighing. So I basically said to him, I remember colors. When Renee was working here and when Renee was weighing me, they were always saying blue to blue, red to red, matching the colors, just so you had them correct on the hooks. And so when they would lift me, raise me in the air, I would be comfortable. I would get an even distribution from head to toe, and that would have been the case. So I said to him, well, if that's the wrong size sling, if that sling is too small, please get it out of here. I don't need it. Give it to somebody else who would use it, who would need it. It would be right for them. I have no reason to have it. So then it was time for me to get weighed. And I was very nervous because now I would be going back to accurate weighings, because the last weighing of 534 or whatever it was inaccurate, because they had put me in a sling that was too small to evenly distribute my bulk. So I was really afraid to get on the scale, and because I was so afraid of disappointments. I've been disappointed so many times in getting weighed. It's been an ongoing struggle. all of my life, going up, going down, going up, and going down. I lose the weight, then I gain the weight back. I do nothing differently, so, and I'm on this new insulin, so, and my nurse practitioner assured me, you will lose the weight, you're going to lose the weight, it's guaranteed you'll lose the weight. So I said, well, okay, I'm going to cross my fingers and I'm going to hope that I will have lost a good amount of weight to get close to that inaccurate weight 12 weeks to go. Maybe 540 something or 550 something, something close. But I was enormously disappointed in the weighing done a couple of weeks ago. And I'm not going by that inaccurate weighing of 534 because that was inaccurate. So scratch that. No, we're not going by that. So instead of 7 weeks from 591.8 to wherever, I had to go another 7 weeks. That was another week and a half or so. So now we're talking 3 months. Okay, so we're talking 3 months. So, how much did I lose in 3 months? And here it is. I lost in 3 months 11.4 pounds. So I now weigh 580.4. So I lost 120 pounds since they had put the trach in back in 2012. So that's when I weighed over 700. So, but they were unable to register higher than 700. So 700 was the starting point. So between 700 pounds and 580.4, I lost approximately 120 pounds since 2012. Which is nothing to, throw away, 120 pounds is 120 pounds. It took 5 years to lose 120 pounds while when I was, but I was going to say when I was at Friendship Bridge back in 2003, I lost 150 pounds in 1 year. Okay, 150 pounds in 1 year. 1 year. I lose 150. And it takes me 5 years now to lose 120. But I have to take into account I'm older. Okay, 10 years, 15 years older. But it makes a difference. I'm not going to lose as fast as I used to. So, okay, I lose 120 pounds in 5 years.